So, what are we gonna do tonight, O.C.G?
Why, same thing we try to do every night, Belgium. Take over the world. I mean, Twitch. Take over Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, joined once again by my faithful manservant / Bucktotem Bertram, and this is my review for CRYSIS Remastered. But can it run CRYSIS? Yes, it bloody well can. I had absolutely no problem playing the game on my PlayStation, so I have no idea what people have been complaining about for all of these years. What?
No man, no reserve.
PC? What the hell is a PC? Now, my friends, CRYSIS originally released in 2007, but as you have probably noticed, I am playing CRYSIS Remastered on my beautiful, beautiful PlayStation 5. Oh, don't worry, P5. I'll feed you my disc. A disc. Once I finish with this review. So, in CRYSIS Remastered, we play as Nomad, a member of Raptor Team. I know, before you ask, this game has nothing to do with Dino Crisis, or Jurassic Park, or Barney the bloody dinosaur. Minus the bloody, of course. Raptor Team has come to a random island to rescue random archaeologists who are being held by random Korean bad people. All the members of Raptor Team have very literal names like Jester, Prophet, Nomad, Aztec, but it's Psycho I would be worried about. Though I imagine these are perhaps code names. Well, if I was on their team, that would mean my code name would probably be Impotent. What makes Raptor Team special is the odd attire they wear. It's the strangest collection of gimp suits I have ever seen. What? Nanosuit? What the hell is a nanosuit? Honestly, I cannot keep up with this ever-increasing trend of outfits people wear to have sex. First it was corsets, then a man in uniform, then leather, then edible Y-fronts, then dressing up as bloody King Kong, and now nanosuits. I just thank God that my wife is repulsive and I wouldn't touch her wearing a pair of marigolds, so I don't have to worry about dressing up for sex. Or sex at all, for that matter. Moving on. Now, the beginning of the game reminded me of the movie Predator. A group of military men who dropped into the middle of nowhere. One of them is killed by someone or something and gruesomely hung from a tree. All we needed was Ace Ventura, Jesse Ventura, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, Arnold, and it would have been a shot-for-shot remake. I'm exaggerating, but at least it gave me the opportunity to mention Predator in this review. And like Predator, the only enemies we encounter early on are Koreans, as opposed to the alien threats that will become the focus later. On that note, I was glad in this game the enemies are imaginary Koreans as opposed to the cliché imaginary Russians. I have had quite enough shooting imaginary Russians in James Bond games, in Call of Duty, in Battlefield, in Crash Bandicoot. No. They're not in Crash Bandicoot, but I think you get my point. Now, it doesn't take too long before our group is attacked by something out of War of the Bloody Worlds. Minus the bloody, of course. Now, of course, if you have played this, Crysis 2 or Crysis 3 before, this is hardly a Bruce Willis is actually dead kind of twist. What do you mean, good film? I was talking about in real life. What the hell is the Sixth Sense? So, for the first half of the game, you are going to be traversing the island, infiltrating enemy camps and bases. I think you're supposed to sneak your way through the early parts of the game, but sneaking isn't in my skill set. I mean, I can tell a damn fine joke, and even saw a woman in half, literally and hypothetically, but sneaking? Stealth? No. I am loud and proud. So, rather like a contestant on RuPaul's Drag Race, just without the makeup and the STDs. So I very much went into every enemy base, guns blazing. I would often make more mess than you would see in the pornographic version of Pirates of the Caribbean. Haven't you heard of it? Well, there is rum absolutely everywhere. Lots of rum in mouth action. Women soaked in rum. You know, I should watch that when this review is done. So sorry, dear viewer. I appear to have got sidetracked. What was I talking about? Did I mention the villain? Yes, let's talk about the villain. Or should I say, villains. So, the villain for the first half of the game is General Kyon, the stereotypical power-hungry nutcase who wants to harness, use, do something with the Seth. Regardless, we see him on a screen, hear his evil plan in person. He shoots one of his own men, and then we fight him and shoot General Kyon in his ding-dong. Overall, General Kyon, as a villain, had as much presence as the bloody Invisible Man. As in, no presence at all. Now, as you probably already know, the real villains of this game, and the other Crysis games, are the alien race known as the Seth. In a nutshell, they are a pack of bastards who bear more than a striking resemblance to the machines from the Matrix films. You know, I knew there was a reason I disliked the name Seth. People like Seth Rogen, Seth Green, Seth MacFarlane, Joe Seth Stalin. Bastards, every last one of them. So, what did I think of CRYSIS Remastered. Well, I have absolutely no nostalgia for this game, and actually the first time I played it was on the PlayStation 3. So, bear that in mind when I say that the perfect way to play CRYSIS is to play CRYSIS 2 or 3 instead. They're so much better than this. They have better music, the graphics are better, the environments are better, the shooting is better, the story is better. In fact, everything is better. The fact that the original CRYSIS at one point was called the best looking game of all time baffles me. But then, I remember that in 2007, George W. Bush was president and Jade Goody was still alive. So clearly, the world was a much dumber place back then. In fact, to be completely honest with you, dear viewer, as opposed to playing CRYSIS, I'd rather be playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare or Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And I can say that with a straight face. Mostly because I had Botox injections this morning, so it's very difficult to move my face, but still. Therefore, I am going to give CRYSIS Remastered a 6 out of 10. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My review for CRYSIS Remastered. If you've enjoyed this little review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then, feel free to give me a thumbs down. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, bell button thingy. But remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed.
What the hell happened here?
With gaming. Yes. Now, where did I put that copy of that Pirates of the Caribbean adult movie? Yo ho ho. And a bottle of rum. Oh, I've still got this recording. Damn it.
I don't like this, man.